Welcome, dear readers, to a world very close to my heart. It is the world of Epoca, the tree of Ecrof. This is a story about magic, but perhaps not the kind you usually read about. It is a story about the power that lives inside each of us. This power is born from our feelings, our joys, our sorrows, and even our fears. Imagine a place where these emotions are not weaknesses to hide. Instead, they are the source of incredible strength. This place is the Academy of Ecrof. It is a school unlike any other, nestled in a land of wonder and mystery. Here, young students learn to understand the vibrant energy of their hearts. Our journey follows two special young people. Their names are Rovi and Alma. They arrive at Ecrof carrying their own secret burdens and untold stories. Rovi comes from a difficult past, a past that whispers doubts in his mind. He feels like an outsider, unsure of his place. Alma, on the other hand, seems to shine brightly. She appears confident and skilled, but beneath her polished surface, she battles her own hidden struggles. She constantly seeks perfection, afraid to show any sign of weakness. Their paths cross at Ecrof, a place that will challenge them in ways they never expected. At the Academy of Ecrof, students learn about something called Grana. Grana is the magical energy of emotions. It flows from within, a colorful river of personal power. Learning to use Grana is not just about waving wands or chanting spells. It is about looking deep inside oneself. It is about understanding your own heart. Rovi and Alma must learn to connect with their Grana. They must learn to harness its wild, beautiful energy. This journey will not be easy. It will force them to face their deepest fears. It will push them to accept every part of themselves. Epoca, the tree of Ecrof, is more than just an adventure. It is an exploration of what it means to be truly strong. It is a story about finding courage in vulnerability. It is about the healing power of acceptance and understanding. As Rovi and Alma navigate the challenges at Ecrof, they discover not only their own potential, but also the importance of connecting with others. They learn that true power is not about control. It is about balance and empathy. I invite you to step into this magical world with me. Discover the secrets of Ecrof and the journey of its brave students. In the world of Epoca, magic is deeply personal. It is called Grana, and it is the pure energy of emotions. This concept is central to the story. I wanted to create a magic system that felt real and relatable. Grana is not about ancient words or rare ingredients. It comes from the heart, from the everyday feelings we all experience. Joy can create brilliant light. Determination can forge unbreakable shields. Even sadness or anger, when understood and channeled, can become powerful tools for change. This makes Grana a unique kind of magic. It teaches that our emotions are not just reactions. They are sources of incredible inner strength. Students at the Academy of Ecrof learn that Grana is a spectrum. There are no good or bad emotions when it comes to Grana. Each feeling has its own color, its own texture, its own power. The challenge is to understand these emotions, not to suppress them. Imagine trying to paint a masterpiece with only one color. It would be quite dull, wouldn't it? Our emotional landscape is rich and varied. Ecrof teaches that this richness is what makes our Grana potent and unique. Students learn to listen to their feelings, to understand their messages. They learn to transform that emotional energy into something tangible and magical. This idea of emotional strength as power is very important to me. In our own world, we are often taught to hide certain emotions. We might be told that anger is bad, or that sadness is a sign of weakness. Ecrof offers a different perspective. It shows that true strength comes from acknowledging all our feelings. It comes from understanding their purpose and learning to express them constructively. When Rovi struggles with his fear, his Grana is chaotic. But as he learns to understand his fear, not fight it, his Grana becomes more focused and powerful. This is a key lesson for all students at Ecrof. Therefore, Grana represents more than just magical abilities. It represents emotional intelligence. It is the capacity to be aware of, control, and express one's emotions. It is also the ability to handle interpersonal relationships judiciously and empathetically. The journey of mastering Grana is a journey of self-discovery. It is about becoming whole. The students at Ecrof learn that the strongest magic comes from a heart that is open, honest, and unafraid to feel. This is the true essence of Grana, and it is a power that everyone, magician or not, can strive to cultivate within themselves. Rovi arrives at the Academy of Ecrof with a heavy heart. His past is filled with shadows and pain. These experiences have left deep scars on his soul. He carries a sense of not belonging, a fear that he is somehow tainted or unworthy. This makes it difficult for him to connect with others. It also makes his Grana unstable and unpredictable at first. He sees his strong emotions like anger or sadness stemming from his past as weaknesses. He tries to push them down, to hide them from the world and from himself. This internal struggle is a heavy burden for young Robbie. The environment at Ecrof slowly begins to change him. Unlike other places he has known, Ecrof does not judge him for his past or his turbulent emotions. Instead, his teachers and some fellow students offer him understanding. They encourage him to explore his feelings, not to fear them. This is a completely new experience for Robbie. He begins to learn that his painful memories, while difficult, are also a part of him. They have shaped him, and they can also be a source of his unique strength. His journey becomes about accepting his whole story, the light and the dark. A key part of Robbie's growth is learning self-acceptance. He starts to understand that his intense emotions are not a curse. They are a sign of his deep capacity to feel. This is the very source of powerful Grana. Through challenges and guidance, he learns to channel his Grana. He discovers that his experiences give him a unique empathy towards others who are suffering. His perceived weaknesses start to transform into his greatest strengths. He learns to protect others, not from a place of aggression, but from a place of profound understanding of pain and a desire to prevent it. Ultimately, Robbie's journey is one of quiet heroism. He does not become a hero by erasing his past. He becomes a hero by embracing it. He learns that true courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act despite it. His self-acceptance allows his Grana to flow freely and powerfully. He transforms from a troubled boy, lost in the shadows of his past, into a strong, compassionate young man. Robbie's story teaches us that our wounds can become our wisdom. It shows that accepting ourselves, flaws and all, is the first step towards unlocking our true potential. Alma is introduced as a seemingly perfect student at Ecrof. She is talented, graceful, and appears to master Grana with ease. Many look up to her, admiring her composure and skill. She comes from a background where excellence was always expected. Because of this, Alma has built high walls around herself. She believes she must always be strong, always in control, always perfect. This constant pressure to maintain a flawless image is her heaviest burden. She fears that if anyone sees her true self, with all its insecurities and vulnerabilities, they will be disappointed. This fear secretly gnaws at her. Beneath her polished exterior, Alma is engaged in a constant struggle. She is terrified of making mistakes. She is afraid of not meeting the high expectations she sets for herself and those she believes others have for her. This pursuit of perfection makes her Grana controlled, precise, but also somewhat rigid. It lacks the fluid, adaptive quality that comes from embracing all emotions. Her journey at Ecrof is about dismantling these self-imposed barriers. The Academy's nurturing environment, which values emotional honesty over flawless performance, begins to challenge her deeply ingrained beliefs about herself and what it means to be strong. Ecrof provides Alma with experiences that force her to confront her vulnerabilities. She faces situations where her usual methods of control are not enough. She encounters challenges that push her to her limits, making her mask of perfection crack. It is in these moments of perceived failure that Alma begins her true awakening. She starts to see that her friends and teachers do not turn away from her when she stumbles. Instead, they offer support and acceptance. This is a revelation for Alma. She slowly learns that it is okay to be imperfect, to be vulnerable, to ask for help. Alma's path is about embracing her whole self, including her flaws and fears. As she allows herself to be more open and honest about her struggles, her Grana begins to change. It becomes more vibrant, more powerful, and more authentic. She discovers a new kind of strength in vulnerability. She learns that true perfection is not about being flawless, but about being complete. Alma's transformation is a beautiful reminder that our imperfections do not diminish us. They make us human. Her journey encourages us to be kinder to ourselves and to find strength in our authentic, beautifully imperfect selves. Section 5. The Heart of Ecrof, the Symbolic Tree. At the very center of the academy and indeed the world of Epoca stands the tree of Ecrof. This is no ordinary tree. It is ancient, majestic, and radiates a gentle, life-giving energy. Its leaves shimmer with all the colors of grana. Its roots run deep into the earth, connecting everything and everyone in Ecrof. The tree is more than just a landmark. It is the living heart of the academy. It is a powerful symbol that embodies the core philosophies of Ecrof. Its presence is a constant reminder of growth, connection, and the enduring power of emotional truth. The tree of Ecrof plays a vital role in the lives of the students. It is often said that the tree can sense the emotional state of the academy. Its glow might brighten with collective joy or dim slightly in times of widespread sorrow. It serves as a place of solace and reflection for many students, including Rovi and Alma. When they are troubled or seeking clarity, they often find themselves drawn to its calming presence. The tree is also believed to be a source or a conduit for grana itself, helping to amplify and harmonize the emotional energies within Ecrof. It teaches balance by its very existence. The symbolism of the tree is rich and multifaceted. Like a real tree, it represents growth, the continuous journey of learning and evolving that the students undertake. Its deep roots signify the importance of being grounded, of understanding one's origins and inner self. Its branches, reaching towards the sky, symbolize aspiration, hope, and the potential for limitless development. The interconnectedness of its roots and branches also mirrors the importance of community and the way emotions can link individuals. The tree of Ecrof is a testament to the idea that strength comes from deep roots and a willingness to reach for the light. Furthermore, the tree embodies emotional truth and balance. It thrives on the diverse emotional energies of Ecrof, suggesting that all emotions contribute to its vitality, just as they do to an individual's grana. It does not favor one emotion over another, but exists in a harmonious equilibrium. This teaches the students a crucial lesson that emotional balance is key to powerful and healthy grana. The tree of Ecrof, therefore, is not just a magical object in the story. It is a profound teacher, silently guiding the students towards self-understanding, acceptance, and the harmonious expression of their true emotional selves. Section 6. Worlds Apart. Ecrof versus Kuna. The world of Epoca presents a stark contrast between two significant places, the Academy of Ecrof and the land of Kuna. This contrast is essential for understanding the story's central themes. Ecrof is a sanctuary of learning and emotional growth. It is a place where differences are celebrated, and students are encouraged to explore their inner selves without fear of judgment. The atmosphere at Ecrof is one of acceptance, empathy, and understanding. Teachers guide students to harness their grana by embracing their emotions, teaching that true strength lies in authenticity and emotional intelligence. It is a place of healing and discovery. Kuna, on the other hand, represents a very different set of values. While not explored in as much detail as Ecrof in the initial stages, Kuna is often depicted as a society that is more rigid and judgmental. It can be a place where appearances matter greatly, and where emotional expression might be seen as a weakness rather than a strength. Traditions and legacies can hold immense power in Kuna, sometimes stifling individual growth or imposing heavy expectations. For characters like Rovi, who may have ties to Kuna or places like it, this contrast is particularly sharp. Kuna symbolizes the societal pressures and prejudices that individuals often have to overcome. The differences between Ecrof and Kuna highlight the importance of environment in shaping individuals. At Ecrof, students like Rovi and Alma find the space to heal and grow. The supportive atmosphere allows them to confront their pasts and their insecurities. They learn to see their emotions as valuable. If they were in a place like Kuna, their journeys might have been much harder or even impossible. Kuna represents a world that often demands conformity and suppresses individuality. Ecrof, in contrast, champions the unique potential within each person, fostering an environment where they can truly flourish. This thematic contrast serves to emphasize the story's message about overcoming external judgment and the burdens of one's background. Ecrof is not just a school, it is an ideal. It represents a way of living that values emotional truth above societal expectations. The journey of the characters often involves them internalizing the lessons of Ecrof. They learn to carry its spirit of acceptance and understanding with them, even when faced with the harsher realities reminiscent of Kuna. This contrast ultimately makes the lessons of Ecrof more profound and its sanctuary more precious. It shows that choosing understanding over judgment can lead to true liberation. Section 7. Overcoming judgment, the weight of legacy. A significant theme in Epoca, the tree of Ecrof is the struggle to overcome judgment and the heavy weight of legacy. Many characters, especially Rovi, grapple with how society perceives them based on their past or their family history. This external judgment can be a powerful negative force. It can shape a person's self-perception and limit their belief in their own potential. Rovi, for instance, feels the stigma of his origins. He constantly battles the fear that others will only see him through the lens of his troubled past, rather than for who he truly is or who he is striving to become. The burden of legacy can be equally crushing. Some characters might come from families with great reputations. This can create immense pressure to live up to those expectations, as Alma experiences in her own way. Others might come from families with difficult histories. This can lead to feelings of shame or a sense that they are destined to repeat past mistakes. In places like Kuna, legacy and societal standing are often paramount. This makes it incredibly difficult for individuals to break free from preconceived notions and forge their own paths. The story explores how these societal pressures can deeply affect a young person's journey. The Academy of Ecrof offers a vital counter-narrative to this. It is a place where a person's worth is not determined by their lineage or past actions. Instead, Ecrof values personal growth, emotional honesty, and the courage to change. Here, students are given the chance to define themselves. They are encouraged to look beyond the labels that society might try to impose on them. This supportive environment is crucial for characters like Rovi. It allows him to shed the weight of judgment and begin to see himself as capable of good, capable of strength, and worthy of happiness. Ultimately, Epoca teaches a powerful lesson about self-definition. It shows that while we cannot change our past or our origins, we can choose how we respond to them. We can choose not to let them define our future. The journey of overcoming judgment is not easy. It requires courage, resilience, and often the support of understanding friends and mentors, like those found at Ecrof. The story champions the idea that everyone deserves the chance to write their own story. They can rise above the limitations imposed by legacy and societal prejudice, finding their true selves in the process. Section 8. Lessons in Balance, Power and its Perils. The magic system of Grana, being directly tied to emotions, inherently carries with it important lessons about balance. Emotions are powerful forces. When understood and channeled constructively, they lead to incredible feats of strength, creativity, and compassion, as seen at Ecrof. However, Epoca also subtly explores the idea that any power, if unchecked or misunderstood, can be dangerous. Uncontrolled rage, consuming fear, or even overwhelming joy, if not balanced with wisdom and self-awareness, could lead to destructive outcomes. The Academy, therefore, doesn't just teach how to use Grana, but how to use it responsibly. The story warns against the corruption that can arise from power, especially emotional power. If individuals become too focused on amplifying certain emotions for strength, without understanding the full spectrum, they risk losing their way. For example, someone might cling to anger, believing it makes them strong, but this could lead them down a dark path, isolating them from others and themselves. True strength in Ecrof's philosophy comes from harmony, not from an excess of any single emotion. The pursuit of power without the accompanying emotional intelligence and ethical grounding is shown to be a perilous path. The tree of Ecrof itself stands as a constant symbol of this necessary balance. It thrives on the harmonious blend of all emotional energies. It does not favor one over another. This teaches the students that a healthy emotional life, and therefore healthy Grana, involves experiencing and accepting a wide range of feelings. It is about finding equilibrium. The teachers at Ecrof guide their students to understand this. They help them navigate the complexities of their inner worlds, ensuring that as their power grows, so does their wisdom and their sense of responsibility towards themselves and their community. This theme of balance extends beyond just individual emotions. It also relates to the balance of power within society. The story subtly suggests that when power, whether magical or societal, becomes concentrated or is wielded without empathy and understanding, it can lead to oppression and conflict. The lessons learned at Ecrof about personal emotional balance are therefore also lessons about how to contribute to a more balanced and harmonious world. The characters learn that true power is not about dominance, but about using one's strengths to uplift and protect, maintaining a delicate and crucial equilibrium. Section 9. Echoes of Ecrof, Unity and Empathy as a Guiding Light. As the journey of Rovi, Alma and their friends at Ecrof unfolds, profound lessons emerge. These lessons echo far beyond the Magical Academy's walls. One of the most important of these is the power of empathy. By learning to understand their own grana, their own emotional landscapes, students at Ecrof also learn to understand and connect with the feelings of others. They realize that behind every face there is a story, a struggle, a unique tapestry of emotions. This empathy becomes the bridge that connects them, breaking down barriers of misunderstanding and prejudice. It fosters a deep sense of community. This leads directly to the theme of unity. Ecrof is a place where individuals from diverse backgrounds, each with their own strengths and weaknesses, come together. They learn that their differences are not something to fear or overcome, but something to celebrate. True unity, as depicted in Epoca, is not about everyone being the same. It is about diverse individuals respecting each other, supporting each other, and working together. It is a unity born from shared understanding and mutual acceptance. This collective strength found in their bonds often proves to be more powerful than any individual's grana alone. The story of Epoca serves as a gentle reminder and a guiding light. It encourages us to look within ourselves, to understand our own emotional energies. It prompts us to treat our feelings not as enemies but as wise teachers. It also urges us to extend that understanding outwards towards the people around us. In a world that can often feel divided, the message of empathy and unity is more important than ever. The characters' journeys show that by opening our hearts we can find common ground even with those who seem very different from us. This is a path towards a more compassionate world. Ultimately, Epoca, the tree of Ecrof, is a story of hope. It suggests that even in the face of past hurts, societal judgments, and the perils of power, there is always a path towards healing and connection. The lessons of Ecrof self-acceptance, emotional intelligence, balance, empathy, and unity are not just for young magicians in a fantasy world. They are timeless truths that can guide all of us. May we all find our own tree of Ecrof, a place within ourselves and in our communities where we can grow, connect, and let our true colors shine brightly.